Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. I don't know, this is the 4th or 5th Isaac run in a row at this point. But I keep randoming, I'm doing things, I'm doing my due diligence, but I just keep getting him. And that's okay by me. The third last run we had, 3 runs ago, that was incredible. We became Guppy, ended up winning. It was nice. The run prior, or just after that, was terrible. We never got any good items. And I bitched and moaned about it endlessly and ceaseless dischargingly, and I think the game got mad and it was like, why is this dude so salty? So last run, not that I didn't have any say in the matter at all, but it gave me Mom's Knife, Polyphemus, managed to become Guppy. It was ridiculous. Probably the most damage I think I've ever done, maybe on a run in my entire life, so that's pretty cool. I was excited about that. Let's see if we can make that happen again, because I much prefer that run to the runs where, we get no HP upgrades and only speed downgrades, etc., etc. Now, things have not started fantastically, except for the fact that we have Guardian Angel in here, which is actually a pretty, wonderful first item. Gives us a little bit of extra defense by way of being an orbital, and of course improves our other orbitals as a result of its existence. Definitely not worth a reroll, but we do have some negatives to talk about on this floor already. Not the least of which is going to be that I'm fighting a mini-boss, which is really annoying when we don't have very much damage boost, but Wrath is actually a fairly easy one in this context. And as long as I can just, convince him to shoot some more bombs at me and I can shoot them back at him, we're going to be right as rain here in just a second, maybe even get an item, or at least a reroll pedestal. Now we got some bombs, that's what I mean. That's what I meant when I said item, but, I understand that there's some dueling possible lexiconology here. That's probably not a real word, but if I was a supervillain, that is what I would name the dictionaries that I kept in my house of all of the me-isms. So, at PAX East a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago, I'm not sure necessarily when this video will go up. It'll probably be within the last week that I was at PAX East. We watched a lot of this new show on the Discovery Channel. I think it's on Discovery. It might have been on A&E. It was called Boss Hog. Have you guys heard of this? Because it's weird for me. We don't really watch much TV in Canada. Well, I mean, Canadians watch TV, but that different Canadians watch differing amounts of TV. I'm just trying to be polite, but also accurate here. But we don't watch very much. We watch, stuff on Netflix maybe a couple times a week, but that's about it. Not to sound snobby about it, we do waste a lot of our lives playing video games. Everyone's got their vices. We'll go back down to this item room down here first before I finish that. But it's neat going down there and seeing all the shows that are being, made in America before they end up making it to Canada, which usually takes, another 6 months to a year. Mom's bra's not good enough. Probably should have just gone with the bomb bag, but we already had 4 bombs, so I decided it was okay. But anyway, there's a show called Boss Hog, and it's about a guy who runs, a pig hunting and processing facility, and he calls himself the Pig Man. He goes around, wearing camo and, boots with dollar signs on. It's the fakest shit of all time, but it may also be the greatest piece of art that mankind has ever committed to, at least the digital format. It's truly spectacular in many ways, and in many ways it's the worst piece of media to ever. I would advise you though to watch it and figure it out for yourself. This has not been a paid plug by the Discovery Channel. If they want to make it a paid plug, by all means get in touch and I'll give it a more ringing endorsement than either the best or worst thing ever committed to film. But yeah, this dude is just basically the worst person on earth, and that's what makes the show enjoyable. That's what I'm trying to get at. With that expression right there. So we're doing a little bit of our probably final exploration on this floor so far. We've gotten very lucky to get the number of keys that we need normally to succeed and go to every room that we want to go to. We're probably not going to be able to go to the shop. The curse room on your average first floor is already a damn minefield. I would imagine that it's pretty unlikely we're going to be able to find it on an XL floor. But luckily we've gotten a lot of keys, and I actually am going to check out our curse room. This is why I was waiting to get a reroll, just to see if maybe we would be able to reroll a Deal with the Devil item if we didn't like it or something like that. It's a good way to sometimes, FADC into 2 Guppy items. In this case, though, it just gives us some more Spirit Hearts, which is fine, because now we can use a reroll on our item room down there, which right now contains Mom's Bra. Not a bad item, late game, very, very late game, but requiring me to get rid of the D6 right now just is not going to happen. So, yes, Boss Hog. It amazed me because it struck me as, we'll take that to make all of our pills good. That's fine. It struck me as one of those shows where, when you're home on summer vacation, you'd be like, 11 to 2, Boss Hog Marathon, cool. That shit runs at, prime time. It's Saturday at 9, new episodes of Boss Hog. Are the people that, stay up and they're like, oh, shit, man, Duck Dynasty's on tonight? There must be people like that, I guess, because those shows are very popular, and I guess they don't just get popular from marathons that air for 24 hours, but holy fuck. That's crazy. It's just absurd. Then again, there's people that, you know, stay up late to watch the stream that we do on Twitch, so, you know, doesn't get much worse than that. I'm pulling the veil back on that one. I'm gonna check and see if maybe the second secret room is up here. I want to get to this treasure chest anyway. The secret room is obviously garbage, but yeah, that worked out fairly well for us. Leaving this floor with 3 keys is basically a dream come true. I'm a big fan of that. 4 keys, actually, maybe even more, depending on what items we get in here. And of course, we got some positives and negative things to talk about already in an Isaac run, because what can I say? I love to talk. We've got. Oh, that was incredibly stupid of me. Very positive thing: Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel and a comfortable amount of keys. The importance of both of these cannot be overstated long term. Orbital's super useful, obviously, on those late game boss fights, but they can quietly be the difference between life or death, or a deal with the devil and no deal with the devil, just by blocking shots long term as well. They're one of those items that it's always nice to have, and especially if you don't have to give up a boss item to do it, that's okay. And especially when you have the best orbital, which is probably Guardian Angel, because it makes all other orbitals better. So that's great. Luckfoot's also nice, so we don't have to worry about pills anymore. Okay, I believe for 2 years, I thought that just made my luck higher. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I can believe that for 2 years I just thought it made my luck higher, because that's what it says. It says luck up. I'm not a damn mind reader, okay? There's already an item called the PhD, and the PhD gives you good pills. You tell me that? I'd say yes, of course it does. That makes a lot of sense. You even get a surgical mask like a surgeon might have, even if they were cutting for the very first time. Now, I don't think we're going to deal with the devil because I've taken a little bit too much dumb-ass damage in the very recent past. That being said, it is a theoretical possibility. I've been wrong before. Guardian Angel's doing some good work offensively here, too. Much to my surprise, although it is, you know, a little dangerous for me to get in there. Figured it will speed it up a little bit. No deal with the devil. Super Bandage is an automatic pickup. And I think, what I was thinking is, like, do we reroll Pageant Boy? Because it could give us enough money to go to the shop on this floor. But I think I am going to reroll Pageant Boy, and we get the Pentagram instead. So I'm very excited about that change. And this has been a pretty good first couple of floors for me here. Guardian Angel's a great item. Pentagram's a really good item. Pentagram better or worse than Guardian Angel? Damn good question. I guess it depends. Guardian Angel gets better the more orbitals we get, but getting that damage up is really nice. Super Bandage is an absolutely adequate HP upgrade. You know what? We will take the money bag. It's not the best item in the game, but if it allows me to go to even one shop where I can buy something useful, I think that's pretty good. Long story short, we're in a good spot right now. I'm not as good of a spot as we were in at the end of the basement part 2 last time, where we had, like, you know, Polyphemus and Mom's Knife and the ability to fly. We didn't have Mom's Knife at the end of the first floor, I guess, but we were pretty close. Or end of the first 2 floors, I should say, but we were pretty close. Now, hopefully the sack of pennies occasionally actually gives me some money here, because so far, not really that encouraged by the results that we've seen, but it has only been like 2 rooms. There we go. We don't want to reroll our item room, and that's good because we've already picked up the item that was contained inside, and I yelled at it only mere moments ago. We're definitely stronger than the enemies that we're going to be facing on this floor, even though it may not appear so at first blush here. So I don't mind exploring. We may not be able to use our D6 as effectively as we might like, but look at this. I mean, we've got like 6 Spirit Hearts and an HP upgrade, and we're still very, very early on here. Pretty lucky. And with the amount of keys that we have, I don't feel bad about opening early golden chests. Could give us a leg up in the competition by giving us a useful item here, especially when we just got another key right there. There's our HP upgrade, and even without Guppy's tail, we're making some good things happen here. So, do I want to shoot all this poop? I mean, not really, to be honest with you, but we'll shoot a lot of it, and then we'll leave. If it doesn't have a penny in it, we can just go, and then, you know, come back in, and I don't think there was a penny in that one. There wasn't a penny in that one either, so I guess we'll just fight our boss and see if we actually do earn a deal with the devil here. In which case, we'll see where the wind takes us, because it would be nice to get a lot of items right now. We're still very much like we're like a tofu, you know. We're gonna soak up whatever kind of delicious broth or seasonings you're gonna stick us with. So we're not sure if this is gonna be a high damage, high health, high damage, low health, high health, low damage, etc. Run right now. There is an HP upgrade by way of that Eternal Heart. I don't want to pick it up yet, just in case there's a blood bank, or in case I somehow manage to lose it despite having 6 or 7 Spirit Hearts, depending on whether or not you count that one that just dropped to back it up. We'll obviously take this HP upgrade with us, and we'll see what we've got going on in here. So there's Guppy's head. Here's what's tempting. Pick up Guppy's head, then re-roll it. I think we're just gonna re-roll it though and be safe, because we can also take the quarter if we want to. In fact, you know, I know the quarter's not very good, but it will guarantee us a couple of shops, so I'm actually just gonna pay 3 Spirit Hearts for that outright. And it turns out the Guppy situation probably would have been for the best, but that's okay. We'll live with it for now. That's one of the very few situations, I think, in all of my Isaac career where I've ever said, like, okay, I'm gonna pick up the quarter in a deal with the Devil Root. That is probably one of the worst, but it proves that there's a situation for almost everything out there. Inside of our shop, we have the ladder, which is awful, but we will buy this. Opening more golden chests is good. Would have had a very real chance to become Guppy, but I also would have struggled with the whole, like, do I use Guppy's Paw right now type thing? I mean, it's so early, we don't necessarily want to do that, but at the same time, maybe we do. So hopefully we do get a reroll on this floor. One last one. It's not that the ladder's bad, it's mostly that it's just not very good. And pills. Pills are what we want to get here because they are exclusively good for us by way of the penny. So I'm just going to take the virus. Not by way of the penny, what am I talking about? By way of the luck foot. Oh, that was awful dodging. This is okay. And again, I know that a lot of people say, don't pick up the virus. It shows up so frequently in other situations, but this means in those other situations we can get something else, and it also takes us a little closer towards getting that all-important reroll, which will hopefully replace the ladder with maybe the compass, maybe a nun's habit, maybe a lot of things. I also just noticed we have the 2 of diamonds, so probably should have used that before I bought the key, but truth be told, it's not going to make that big of a difference. That means the quarter is effectively 50 cents, not just the 25 that we got when we picked it up, which makes it even more worth 3 Spirit Hearts. I mean, with 50 cents, we can buy 3 Spirit Hearts, and then still, like, 2 big items, so... and we probably will be able to, because they show up in shops all the time. I'm actually kind of pissed that we don't have a reroll here. Do you buy the ladder with that? I don't think so. I think you honestly just leave. I'm not happy about it, but on the bright side, we have more than enough keys to make up for it in the future. We'll just try not to spend money again until we actually... we don't even have a bomb to use to find the secret room, unfortunately. But we'll try not to spend money until... we know we're going to do it, and then we'll use the 2 of diamonds card before we do it, and that'll really help us out. But still, a good first floor, or not first floor, but first floor of the second section of the game. Picked up an HP upgrade, there was actually 2 HP upgrades because of the Eternal Heart. And we also got sack of pennies, which is more money. We got the quarter. That's about it, but that was still pretty good for one floor, especially considering the XL floor we had before it. And again, all pills are good here, or at least not bad. I was really worried about bombs or key, but I think it's worth doing this right away, like worth taking pills right away, just to suss out what the pills in our rotation are. Because if there's lots of balls of steel, lots of health upgrades, lots of full health, lots of tears upgrades and stuff like that, I want to know. I want to know about those ASAP so I can help myself out in a situation where it might be worthwhile. Let's put it that way. All right, Notched Axe is awful, so we will re-roll it. Coin Purse is really good because we exclusively have good pills, so we will take all of these luck ups. Again, I don't know if luck up's good or luck up's bad because Isaac is ambiguous like that somewhat. We got 2 luck ups, a tears up, 3 luck ups, and a tears up for 7 cents. That's a great deal. We will also buy a key. You might be saying, why not buy a bomb? I don't have anything to use it on right now. Get off my back, Mom. No, the tears upgrade there is well worth the 7 cents. The luck ups, I have no idea. Take them or leave them. But either way, that was a fine purchase. I'm starting to think that our rotation is not particularly strong, but again, that's not the end of the world either. And it looks like our rerolls are going to coincide perfectly for hopefully a deal with the devil opportunity here. And with the amount of money that we have, I would be very surprised to see no arcade on this floor, but we'll see once we move on a little bit. It's going to be Gertie. Not an easy fight, but you know, it's maybe the most common boss fight I've had on the 3rd set of floors, except for Pestilence, which I think is probably like a 40% type boss fight. Like 40% of the time when I'm at this point in the game, I see Pestilence. Now, unfortunately, the way that Gertie has set this up, it's pretty damn difficult for me to actually take out those nubs that she spawns. And I'm almost tempted to just shoot a bomb in there and try to get, like, time back on my side. That didn't actually kill the nub, which is unfortunate, especially because I don't have very many bombs to go around, so it's kind of a big loss. She's not shooting at me anymore, though, except for that time when she did, but thankfully she didn't hit me. And we're going to finish her off, and then it's just a below-average room. So we'll take out these nubs from afar now, and we should get a deal with the devil here. I think we've earned one at least. No, we got Cat of Nine Tails. That's a reroll and a half. And we get the Magic 8 Ball, which is just like a reroll and a quarter. Cat of Nine Tails is awful, though. Yes, it is tempting to go to the library and start playing that for, you know, the possibility of getting an item room. I don't particularly think it's that strong right now because we don't have anything that augments the amount of times that we can use our D6 effectively. So I think we'll just wait on that. And Monstrous Tooth is another reroll. Truth be told, I would rather get the Magic 8 Ball than get Monstrous Tooth, so that's going to be probably where I'll use my reroll here. Looks like we'll probably be unable to access Judgment. That sounds like some true detective shit right there. He's unable to access Judgment. I don't know if that was a villain or if that was Matthew McConaughey. I know for sure it was not Woody Harrelson. Definitely that was like a 0 out of 10 Woody Harrelson. But that's okay. Now, we managed to get out of that, much to my surprise. More money. And we are going to have a curse room. So we actually are in... If we're only going to have one reroll, at least we'll be able to see if we can use it effectively on our curse room. Teleported us to a deal with the devil. So we totally would have been able to become Guppy. But watch this, this bullshit right here. We're going to reroll that. Yeah, we'll take the pact. So that was a good swing for us. A very important curse room. Probably should not have rerolled that, but we ended up getting the pact, which is awesome. And now this allows us to open up some other stuff like that. Get some more bombs. But also, we can come up here and play this greedy little judgment here, and that'll hopefully give us something else. Well, tarot card there. The devil's pretty good. And this means we won't have Monstrous Tooth, but... Or, I mean, we won't get anything for the item room. We definitely would never have had Monstrous Tooth. But there we go. Now we can reroll something. So we come back here and we reroll Monstrous Tooth after picking it up. And... okay, so we ended up getting blood rights there. The dream has to end sometime. But that was pretty good while it lasted. And what's better, Empress or Devil? I don't really know. We'll stick with one of them, though. And that'll do it. 4 possible secret room locations. I'm not hurting for money, so I'm not going to waste anything trying to get to them. And I'd say that, you know, getting to the deal with the devil there really turned around my perception of that floor. We got a Tears upgrade. We're going to get a shot speed upgrade with the tarot card, which is not very good, but we'll take it. We're going to get we also got an ability to fly. We got the pact. And that's roughly it, but that's okay. What do we get here? 2 of spades. Well, we're going to take the Empress card with us, so we're just going to double our keys right away. And 12 keys is really good. Almost makes me want to open that library and start the process of, you know, creating a double item room. Almost. Okay, that was very bad damage for me to take. Now, what position are we in relative to where we were on the last run? Much weaker, but we're still in a very strong position overall. Decent health. It's the Hermit. Yeah, we'll take that right away. I had a feeling that might happen, so that's good. We're not going to get any other shop items unless he drops Steam Sale and we can re-roll it. Have we already bought Steam Sale? No, we haven't. He dropped Steam Sale and we can re-roll it. That was very nice of him, because now we can actually pick up Compass or Nun's Habit or the Ladder. We could pick up the Ladder if we wanted to. Spoilers, I really don't. But that's actually a pretty huge play for us, so I'm glad that that happened. But yeah, we're strong. We've got a good rate of fire, decent damage. Health's okay. Good spacebar item, which is par for the course. Plenty of keys. We could use a full suite of orbitals. Normally, Mom's Purse would be a good pickup, but with only one item, one shop item remaining here, I think it's a little bit more important for me to go for the Compass. Even like, if Nun's Habit showed up, it would be hard pressed for me to not take it. Let's be honest. And in fact, Mom's Purse might end up being the absolute best choice if we ended up getting like a cancer trinket or Maggie's Faith or something like that. These could be very useful trinkets for us, and would change my perception a little bit. That being said, I think right now, basically, I'm kind of doubling down on the Compass. But if the Nun's Habit shows up, I would probably end up taking it. Even if the battery showed up, I would probably end up taking it. But if the Compass showed up, that's the only definite one I would for sure take right away. Quad Shot shows up all the damn time. Always happy to have it. Let's come down in here, and, you know, it's not, well, you know what, we could try to get a trinket out of that, that's a damage upgrade now if we just want to take Mom's Purse. We can take the Curved Horn with us, and that could be interesting. Is it good? I don't know. I mean, is it the best, I guess I should say. I don't know! Stop asking me all these questions, you know? So, we can play this a couple more times. I mean, Curved Horn is going to be good for us no matter what. It's always nice to have a little bit of a damage upgrade, even if it is just temporary. Liberty Cap, not so fantastic, but it's alright. Cancer. Okay, well, you know what? I think the they've spoken. Let's see what we've got in our tarot card here. Judgment, okay. There could be a deal with the devil coming later, or we could use Judgment right now. I would rather use Judgment on a room where we have other items. That was almost a stupid play for me there. It's weird. I'm trying to think of like where I would want to use this. Mom's Purse seems to be the right pickup now that we also have Cancer in here. And I don't know, if I put Judgment down in here, will he pay out with shop items? I guess this is at least an opportunity for me to test this. And give us some more tarot. Alrighty then. At the very least, now we can get 2 reroll pedestals in the same room, potentially. Get a 2 of diamonds. I'll use that right away. And you know what? He paid out with a shop item, so I don't know. That could be a coincidence. We'll find out some more information relating to that here, if not definitive results. Obviously, blue candle is like a reroll pedestal for me again. And he paid out with Bum Friend. These are 2 shop items, so I think now we have like a double shop over here. And we get the Nun's Habit, which we'll take, and then the Steam Sale is something we'll just reroll. This is actually a pretty amazing turn of events for us. So, we ended up getting... What did we get from Judgment? We got the Wait, no. We got Nun's Habit, and we got another Judgment card, which is, as of right now, paid out with nothing, but may eventually give me a, well, let me just put it this way. I'm really glad we ended up finding Greed in that shop, because that seems to have been the best possible outcome for me. But yeah, we'll reroll it again. Now we want to get Compass, so we can get both of those items that we need. And we get Mom's Purse, Compass, and Nun's Habit on the same floor. That would be pretty incredible. And we did, so there's that. Alright, so that was wonderful. We still haven't won the game. We're closing in on a really good situation, though. That was quite the coup there. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear there's much else of value on this floor. I would love to get the blood bag, though. And feeling a little bit slow. But good plays have put us in a much better position with respect to a lot of stuff. On this floor, Mom's Purse, Cancer Trinket. Almost took some really dumb damage there. Mom's Purse, Cancer Trinket, Nun's Habit, Compass. Mr. Mega's alright. Honestly, like, it's not bad. It's just not good enough, I think. And, we've still got another item room to go. Plenty of Spirit Hearts trucking along here. Oh, you know what? There is... You can barely see it, but there's a boss trap room on, like, the other side of the fucking world, on the very bottom here. So this floor is going to take us a little while to get through, don't get me wrong. But I think it'll be worth it. And there's going to be a lot of backtracking involved. Prepare yourself for that. But the good news is, if I just don't use that blood bank, if I can resist the temptation to use that blood bank for now, I can use it later to give myself a guaranteed shot at that boss trap room, which is another reroll pedestal, which can maybe turn itself into some very good stuff for me. But the speed upgrade is something that's on my list right now, because for real, backtracking is going to get tedious pretty quickly. It shouldn't be an enormous floor, but it's a big one, as you can see by, you know, what we've got going on here. I don't have to backtrack as much if we just get a good item in our item room. And actually, you know, it's kind of nice that we're taking out some of the less good books. Maybe we find a library, we will stand a chance now that we have 9-volt and Nun's Habit. And I know I said if we can just resist the temptation. I'm gonna spoil it for you. I can't resist the temptation. I don't want to backtrack that much. Well, in all likelihood, it'll still work out fine for us this way. It just saves us a little bit of wasted time. So let's come back down here, and we'll reroll this again. Please be good. It's not good enough. As much as I would love to compromise and say that it is, it isn't. So, oh my god, pardon me, an on-camera burp. Well, that's embarrassing. Not quite as embarrassing as, you know, those streamers who accidentally, like, fuck their girlfriends on camera, but that's still pretty bad. I mean, no, that's awful. Especially if it turns out that that was not an accident. But this is unconscionable. I apologize for the natural bodily processes of mine. Just leaking out, basically. Just secretions all over you right now through an audio standpoint. I'll take Fat Odd Mushroom. Slows down our rate of fire, but gives us higher damage. Here's about as much as I care about losing rate of fire right now. This is, you can't see, but I'm holding, like, my fingers in, like, like, it was really small. So the HP upgrade is fine, but the damage upgrade is really what I wanted. And sure, whatever. It's gonna make our shots a little slower. No big deal. This has been another good run, and it's not as dominant as our last one, which is actually probably a good thing, to be honest with you. I know I said I wanted a speed upgrade. I'm gonna take that speed upgrade. I still feel pretty slow, to be honest with you. Can't remember if Fat Odd Mushroom actually does give you a speed down. Definitely gives you a slower rate of fire, but anyway. Yeah, it's just kind of another example of how in Isaac sometimes shit just all happens to fit together, and basically the turnaround point for us was we go into the curse room, and that takes us to the deal with the devil via a teleporting red chest, and all of a sudden we've got like 5 different things that allow us to open up other seams and start having an even better time than we were having to begin with, getting some very useful items. So we are up against the boss trap room momentarily, and again, it ended up not making a difference that I didn't have patience. Oftentimes it will make a difference, but it's a game of compromises. Ideal play takes a long time, so I'm not necessarily the kind of guy you want for that. It's just a straight up HP upgrade. I'm not going to reroll that. I think it would be a silly vanilli to do that. Now, we do have a little knockback with our shots here, so provided I just stay smart and don't, like, walk right into him, that should be fine. But also, you know, losing 1 Spirit Heart to just kill Chubb, basically instantly is okay, too, by way of Poison Touch, which I haven't really talked about, but is a totally okay item to have. Now, I would still love to get more damage, and there's probably some people that are yelling at me, and they're like, hey, you should just, might as well take the Curved Horn with you until the boss room, and, you know, you're objectively, like, 100% right, but also, at the same time, I just don't care, is maybe what I'm trying to get at there, so... and along the notion of just not caring is also I know myself very well, and I know I could accidentally take the wrong trinket. Not that Curved Horn would be terrible, but I would rather have Cancer. That doesn't necessarily come out right anytime you say it, but... and again, kind of on the same topic, the reason I am not going to the blood bank right away, beyond having the chance to find shit like this, is that, I think it makes sense for me to just backtrack all at once rather than waste a whole lot of time being more kind of vigilant about it. So how's this going to work? I am going to fight the first boss before I use rerolls for anything. And if the first boss ends up being a shitty item or giving me a shitty item that is rerollable, then we'll use Demon Judgment first as a reroll engine. And we can also use Demon Judgment as a reroll engine to reroll the item that Demon Judgment gives us. I'm reading back through what I said in my head, and it may have made no sense whatsoever, and I apologize for that, but hopefully you know what I mean. He can generate rerolls that we can use to reroll his own item, once at least. So, first boss is going to be Gish. This is the perfect situation. We're still going to go back to Demon Judgment before we go back to the blood bank. But this is great because we have no worries here, basically, here. We're going to be killing Gish fairly easily. Fairly tanky boss, but not that offensively powerful. And we'll get one of the best familiars in the game as a result of this. It's not a game-winning item, but it's darn good in the form of Little Gish here. Now, we have a lot of HP that we can gamble away on Demon Judgment. Demon Judgment tends to be a little bit of an asshole about things, but we'll give it a try regardless. We can also go back to the arcade and gamble to get more red hearts if necessary, and there's still many rooms available that I could do something with. Range upgrade, sure, why not? Pills have been a little disappointing considering I had the luck foot, but whatever. Come on here, Demon Judgment. Gave me the nail. Nails, it's pretty good considering the amount of health we gave him, and it becomes a reroll pedestal for us. I'm going to take Sacrificial Dagger. Here's the thing. I believe Demon Judgment stops paying out with the Devil item after the first reroll, so it's basically, at that point, it just becomes another item pedestal. Sacrificial Dagger allows us to use our orbitals a little bit more offensively, which is nice, and it gives us a little bit more defensive punch by way of course, everything that we've got going on here with Guardian Angel as well. So, it's not the best item, you know, it's not the coup that I was really hoping for there, but it's pretty good. So we get another Tears upgrade, which is very nice, and that'll just fire us, or cause us to fire a little faster. And we're just clearing out the entire floor. That's another Tears upgrade. We'll clear out the entire floor before I go back and play that blood bank as many times as I can effectively in order to make this happen. With a luck upgrade, I expect to get a lot of payouts from shops. Do I understand what luck does? Only the bare minimum English language definition of the word, which has no sway over the arbitrary rules of Isaac. Thought maybe I'd be able to sneak in some familiar damage against these guys. And indeed I can. There we go. More red hearts, always nice. Alright, let's see if we can get that HP plus speed upgrade. I'm just not going quite fast enough for my own personal tastes here. But this is a good run, and again, we've had good luck. Anytime you do this well in an Isaac run, you have to say luck's a part of it, right? That being said, we also have abused a little bit of Isaac knowledge and experience to make even better stuff happen for us here. And this was more items than I would expect to get on a floor like this. Let's put it that way. So, are we going to gamble here until we run out of hearts? Yes. Are we going to gamble here until we run out of money? Fuck no. That is just tedious, and you know what? Now we will leave, because we got what we wanted. Extra HP is nice. The extra speed is convenient. Let's go fight Mom, and then we don't have the map. We have Compass, 9 volts, Nun's Habit, Cancer, Mom's Purse, Quad Shot, Guardian Angel, Sacrificial Dagger, Little Gish, the Sack of Pennies, which at this point is not worth anything, Luckfoot. Is this a winning run? Poison Touch. Don't forget about Poison Touch. That's a useful one. I do think it's a winning run. I hit right shift by accident, and that wasted one of my bombs. That was a dumb decision, but this is still totally okay. And luckily we're fighting against the regular version of Mom. And I'm just, you may not notice, you may have thought it was an accident, but I am doing my damnedest to ensure that I hit Mom's foot with our orbitals if possible, because Guardian Angel plus Sacrificial Dagger is a really nice kind of offensive combination to make that happen. And we actually just won the fight very, very quickly. We don't need that range upgrade. We'll reroll that to an HP upgrade. We've got Polaroid and Cancer, and obviously no deal with the devil here, but maybe in the future, and I think we've got a very, very positive future ahead of us. We do have a pretty realistic chance of getting a deal with the devil on this floor, I would say. But first things first, we just got this judgment here. At this point, I'm not even sure what's left that he can pay out with, except for all of the, like, food-like HP items that I haven't seen before, like dessert. Why would you have dog food for dessert? It really seems like more of an amuse-bouche to me. I don't know why I picked up the money. I guess because we spent 4 cents on judgment. Now is the point where you can say, like, oh, Northernlion's luck is kicking in again. 2 judgments on this floor, 1 HP upgrade, 2 HP upgrades. Pretty crazy. And then watch us get like a 3rd HP upgrade and then a deal with the devil. At that point, I will acquiesce that I'm the luckiest motherfucker on the planet. It's Teratoma, so it theoretically could be. Almost wanted to fight death because it would be a relatively difficult fight for this point in the game, relative to Teratoma especially. But it would also give us the final piece of our orbital puzzle. And this has been an exceptionally easy floor. We got to deal with the devil. In there, we have Krampus, which is actually really nice. Sure, it would be cool to get some flashy items too, but with all the range upgrades we have, this is going to help us out a lot. Unfortunately, I did pick up a shot speed upgrade earlier. So we were not going to reroll Lump of Coal, as funny as that could be, but we'll just take it, and then maybe we'll reroll the crate instead, because we already have a lot of stuff we need. Yeah, we got Jesus Juice. It's a damage upgrade. I prefer that, I guess. Down to the next floor, and yes, there's a library. Yes, we could have some fun with that, but let's not get greedy, you know? Just be cool here. And might as well just walk him to death. I'm still taking some dumb damage. We actually, I wouldn't say we're in a difficult position health-wise, but we can see our spirit hearts, and that's, you know, things are only gonna get harder from this point onwards, so it's important to be a little smarter about the damage that I take. Starting now! No, not on this room. That would be ridiculous. It's like starting a diet. It's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm starting a diet, but not today. I'm gonna have, you know, fish and chips served inside of a waffle cone today, but tomorrow, you don't even know, man. No bread, no plants, no matter, actually. I'm just not gonna consume anything. But today, fish and chips in a waffle cone served on a plate-sized Oreo. Now, put down some bombs in here. I really wanted to take out the white bomb there, which is the most dangerous, but we're fine. And really, the bombs are kind of slowing me down, because when I actually manage to hit Mom, I do a fuck ton of damage by way of the fact that, you know, quad shot, cancer, lots of damage, lump of coal, etc., etc. But I do have to put those bombs down for crowd control to save myself a little bit of time in the whole scheme of things, and this will do it here. Look, like each shot that lands is doing a very, very good amount of damage, more than you would expect for your average, like, quad shot type run. And of course, it's up to the cathedral. There's another chest, another curse room. This is not my ideal room right now. There we go. I basically just got him to open the door for me because I assumed that this would be the right way to go, and I mean, that was pretty obvious given the layout of the floor, but much smarter than having to deal with him over and over. Come on, drop your foot on me. Or did he smart enough? Did he learn? We'll see. I think he's just gonna die. I am out of spirit hearts though. Do we want the left hand? No, because it makes the chest terrible. Yeah, that was bad. Well, we're starting to lose real health here. Maybe we do end up losing this run. It's not unfathomable, just unlikely. Now, most important thing. don't get hit. We should be able to dodge because our rate of fire is not crazy as a result of quad shot, kind of compensating for cancer a little bit in terms of the rate of fire. And our damage is really good, plus we have 2 orbitals. But every time I get hit, gotta run up there. We don't have invincibility, but I gotta poison him, hit him with a shot from the orbitals. And we're surprisingly powerful against these late game bosses, it's looking, despite the fact that I do have a pretty good rate of fire. Normally that's not the way it works, but I guess our damage is still proportionally quite high, so this is working out very nicely for us. And whoop, okay, just dipsy doodled around a couple of shots there that were a little annoying, and that should do it. The poison damage there, taking him out. Took a couple of hits, that's okay. Plenty of reroll opportunity on the chest here to make up for that. Yeah, okay. So, we're gonna pick up the HP upgrade. Definitely gonna pick up Mom's Knife. I think we'll reroll the other 2, even though Mom's Pad could be very good for us. Sorry I picked up Mom's Knife, everybody, but the same token, it's a lot of fun, and I like it, and it's a really good item, so I picked it up, and I don't feel bad about it, and you can't make me feel bad about it. I charge up the distance on the knife kind of disgustingly fast. Normally it would not work this way. Let's just put it that way, and we'll reroll both of these as well. Telepathy for dummies, not very good. Attack fly I kind of like, but not enough to go for it, basically. I don't even know what I want to get here. Actually, HP is probably the thing that we want the most, which is why I killed Sloth first, or killed Gluttony first, I guess. Let's stop taking so much damage against enemies that I could have beaten on, like, the 2nd floor without getting hit. There we go. We actually got Mr. Boom here. I didn't expect to get a reroll pedestal, so all is forgiven. Didn't mean to pick up Charm of the Vampire, but what's done is done, I suppose, and it's not the worst item in our current position. Dead Sea Scrolls. Book of Belial, fantastic, great combinations right there. Mr. Boom, obviously, we will not take, but we'll do a little bit of one of those bad boys right there and continue moving on. I don't know why I'm calling this like I'm an auctioneer right now. We got one Mr. Boom coming in. Taking some really, really bad damage. Let's just be honest. Let's call Gertie Jr. here. I'm not doing the best job. But we really only need a couple of good items to turn it all around. Not even turn it all around. Considering we have the Nun's Habit, I'm pretty sure Book of Shadows actually just wins the game for us, so let's stop effing around and start actually making that happen. So, on this room, I should not have to use Book of Shadows. Between our orbitals and permanent invincibility with Book of Shadows, not permanent, but between our orbitals and that invincibility and the virus, we should be in a very good spot. Book of Shadows invincibility also lasts forever. And every 2 times we get hit, we'll have like 30 seconds of invincibility, which is stupid and amazing. So that's perfect for me in my position, I think. Just watch out for that. That was a little harrowing there. It's okay. A little harrowing, not a little heroin, in case the Canadian NSA is listening. The NHL. Okay, so this should take us to full charge here. We actually did get to a half-heart interval. That'll probably change, but let's kill Blue Baby. Again, I know a lot of people are going to be displeased that I ended up rolling with, you know, Mom's Knife, which is an item that is considered scummy. Mom's Knife shows up, man, and my run is in doubt, like, at all, and I don't have the coolest run of all time, then I'm going to take it. And this Book of Shadows in particular, if you're going to be mad at anything, you should be mad at Book of Shadows. Before that, I was sort of getting my ass kicked. But in any case, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a lot. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching The Binding of Isaac, and I will see you next time.